All right, we made it through chapter 7. Here we are, chapter 8. Let's look at this painting of the first Congress right after the war is won. This gentleman right here in the upper right-hand corner standing up there is George Washington. You can see down here too, we have, who is this? This is Benjamin Franklin. What else do you notice about what's happening here? Well, so he's up high and all these people are around. It kind of looks like our regular Congress that we have now. Of course, it's a little bit more bigger. The area is a little bit bigger. We have some flags over here. People who are keeping track of things, signing things. It looks a lot like our Congress. Somebody's like looking over, making sure everything's going the way it's supposed to, and people are requesting, holding up their hands, requesting to be heard, to give comment on how things should be run. So this question right here, why would the delegates want George Washington to lead the Constitutional Convention? That's what they're calling this group of people right here, Constitutional Convention. Conventions where people get together. Why would they want George Washington? Well, he's got a pretty good, history of leading people. So he's an excellent leader. He proved himself during the war to lead people and to motivate them. Why would Benjamin Franklin be a good delegate to the Constitutional Convention? Well, I mean, he was a motivator too. During the Revolutionary War, to convince people to fight for their freedom. Creating the Constitution, 8.1, Introduction. When the Revolutionary War ended, no one was happier than a small, bookish Virginia patriot named James Madison. And no one was more worried about the future of the United States. While serving in Congress during the war, Madison had tried and failed to get the states to work easily together. He doubted that things would improve now that the war was over. After declaring independence in 1776, Congress had tried to unite the states under one national government. This proved to be a difficult task. Most members of Congress were nervous about creating a strong central government. They feared that such a government would trample the very rights they were fighting to preserve. So, just for a reminder here, we have delegates. Those are people at a convention. So they are the delegates. Confederation, a group of people with a common goal. Just kind of keep you in mind about what they're talking about here with that. And a constitution is a written plan of government. Just as a reminder. So their solution was a plan of government known as the Articles of Confederation. The Articles created a firm league of friendship in which each state retains its sovereignty, freedom, and independence. This league of friendship was a loose union in which the 13 states cooperated for common purposes. It was run by Congress, in which each state had one vote. On paper, the Articles of Confederation gave Congress several important powers. It could make war and peace, raise an army and a navy, print money, and set up a postal system. Okay, so this section right here, this is kind of important. So Congress was given several important powers. This is important. Try to highlight it here for you. Okay, so it could make war and peace, raise an army and a navy, print money, and set up a postal system. That's where Congress, we have the delegates, and they each have a vote for the 13 states. In reality, however, these powers were limited by the inability of Congress to impose taxes. So they could not tell people to pay them or give them money. So there weren't funds to create an army or the postal system. So that was kind of a problem. All too often, the states ignored Congress's humble request. The result, said Madison, was that the Articles were no more effective at binding the states into a nation than a rope of sand. In this chapter, you will read about the new nation's shaky start under the Articles of Confederation. You will also learn how Madison and other leaders came together in Philadelphia's Independence Hall in 1787 in the hope of forming a more perfect union. Okay. So that is our introduction to how we are moving towards creating the Constitution as we know it today.